2003 Prius. This is the old Prius that had, you can't see it down here, but the compressor with a magnetic physical clutch on it, not electric. This one used the old Denso refrigerant oil, ND-8, located there. And for those you need to know, there's your fill quantity on this stick is at 550 to 450 grams. So after doing the visual and looking for obvious sign of frayed hoses, rub-throughs, any oil leaks that develop dark stains, we have a very clean condenser up here with no evidence of visual leaks. I went over it with an electronic leak detector that you could hear beeping in the background, and it's actually calibrating, hanging out of the door right there in fresh air. Going to perform a refrigerant recovery. First test it. Already tested the refrigerant. It was pure R134, no contamination, just only 0.8% air mixed in, which is considered very good. Now on further inspection, this is what I found. So let's grab the electronic leak detector. Let's put it in the dash. Come on. You wanted to stay in there before, but now you don't want to. Come on, just get there. There you go. Okay, so now I have it on face. I already did my leak detection from underneath. Everyone says, oh, refrigerant is heavy, it comes out the bottom vents. So I already hit all the bottom vents underneath. I went underneath the car and hit the drain tube, got nothing. So here's the other method. So low, it's off, turn the key to the on position, just one click. I was there. Okay, we're in the on position. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly go to low and back again. And with my face close to the vent, I will feel the air hit my face. And let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, on, off. Do you hear that? Where it went to high, from low, okay to high. Were you able to see the light flash faster and you hear the tone increase? And I just went from the middle okay to the high mark. We have a leak under the dash. And there's only two components there. Well, you have a piece of tube going to the expansion valve, and then you have the evaporator itself. On these really old Priuses, when you take them apart, you'll see the oil stain on the evaporator from the leak. And unfortunately, we have a evaporator leak under the dash. And that's about the end of this test, other than what I'm going to do now is do further tests. If the evaporator is going to be replaced, you don't stop right here. Just because you find one leak, you don't stop. You keep looking for more leaks. You prove operation of all the controls. You prove the compressor is working. This system is nearly, it's low on refrigerant. So I'll go through the procedure of draining out the refrigerant, filling it all the way back up. I'll even put UV dye in it, and starting the air conditioning and test it with a full quantity of factory charge amount of refrigerant to prove good operation of the compressor and all the other components before doing a evaporator replacement if it gets approved and done, so to make sure everything is good. You don't just jump to the leak, replace the part, fill it up, and then find out you have a burnt out compressor or you have bad controls. If you have the ability to fill it up, even though you have a really small leak, you fill it all the way up and you go through all the tests prior to just saying it's one problem only. And that's about it here. There was I pulled the filter. It was a little dirty because this does go in a little place where there's leaves and you have little debris like this. So this was down in the filter, but that's minor. And that's it on this. I might make a follow-up video after I recover the refrigerant, fill it back up, put some trace dye in it, run it for a while, and prove that all the electronics work good first and the mechanics of the air conditioning work properly, and then discharge it again so it could be replaced. And that's kind of a short, brief method of going over a leak check with a system that has an evaporator leak. You don't stop there. You fill the system all the way back up and retest again, and then drain it out. Let's get off to the next video, see what number 2 has to say.